I can't see that. All right. So each of you you ready?
Mhm.
All right. Each of you are going to pick a thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm essentially going to do a semi-blind contour. I am going to occasionally look, but I am looking more at my subject than I am my paper. And you'll notice how I'm handling my media. I'm not holding my media. How? How am I avoiding holding my media?
You're not holding it straight down.
I'm not holding it straight down and at an angle? Like how I write? Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you'll notice I'm holding my media much like I would if I were to drop it and pick it up. And I have a lot of control in the pressure when I actually hold my pencil in this manner. Now, a lot of people get really anxious about having to hold their material like this because they feel like they can't get into detail. Now, the thing is there's a couple ways to hold. I can hold it way back here if I'm doing something gestural, right? And I can do that and maintain a light line. I can hold it like this if what I'm doing is trying to structurally indicate something small, okay? And that's okay. But for the actual subject itself, the main body of the subject, I am essentially going to hold it in this manner. And I'm going to hold it in this manner because I can actually achieve a true contour that is beautiful. And I'm going to screw up, and that's fine. You don't need to erase. I'm going to screw up because I'm going to draw this drawing a million times. And in a contour, I don't actually do that little thing here where I draw it really lightly. I'm not going to do that in a contour. I'm just going to slow it down so that I can actually get it perfect. That looks like a fingernail, and I'm getting a little grossed out looking at it, even though I know it's a tooth. Do you know that rodents need to actually sharpen their teeth because their teeth never stop growing?
Mm-hmm.
And if they have nothing to sharpen their teeth on, they will die from their teeth growing up into their skulls.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Isn't that terrible? Anyway.
We used to have a boar have that problem too.
Ah, you guys. I love having country kids who know all this stuff. Okay. You'll notice that I will lightly indicate the ridge here. And I might kind of... So there's three ways of holding it. There's the back here with a lot of light gestural marks. That's for just light gesture and rendering form. There's the very, very tight way, which is not how you want to do the whole, but there's a very, very tight way as if I'm doing like fine detail, or if I'm doing, say, the planes. You see how I'm seeing the planes here. And then there's the way that appears very awkward, where I can just essentially create a kind of mark that has both light and dark. From here, I might indicate like the value of the cast shadow, because I think it's cool. It's interesting. It might make my picture a little more interesting. And the cast shadow is not actually the object itself, so I don't want to compete with this, so I draw it much lighter. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to start again. And I'm going to lightly overlap, not lightly, I'm going to overlap this subject. And it's going to seem fairly easy at this point. The problem is it won't be forever. It won't be forever because I'm going to start to lose it. I'm going to start to lose where my subject begins and where it ends, which can be very challenging. Now, as you do this, though, you'll find breadth and you'll find a more open space. So as you find that open space, you'll bring in the rest of it. Okay? So you're going to do this, and I believe I wrote in your homework 8 to 10 times, something like that. Follow the instructions in the homework. I've put your rubric on the Facebook page, and I don't want you to get lazier as you go. I want you to sort of figure out a way to activate the page. It can be an S form, it can grow, it can fill the page. It's really up to you. But I want you to absolutely fill the page with contour repeating as you move it. You can move around it, or you can move the subject itself, especially if the subject is small. Some of the subjects are very, very, very fragile. Move around those if you choose those. Question?
What type of paper are you using?
I'm just using regular drawing paper. If you want a sheet of this, I'm happy to give you. Okay? So your homework is a reiteration of what we do in here. So you'll finish this drawing today, hopefully, and then you'll do it again at home. In any subject you like, I would highly suggest something organic, something that is either living or once lived, that was not made in a manufacturing plant, that isn't perfect, right? So a plant or some sort of animal or a human being, if you're very comfortable with that, I don't care what subject as long as it is organic. Questions about that? You can stop.